This video will show you how to multiply decimals using the properties of multiplication. If we take a look at this first problem, we see 9/10 times 3/10. We are going to use what we know about fractions and the properties of multiplication to solve. First, we want to turn these decimals into fractions that we know really well. 9/10 as a fraction would be written like this. This is 9/10 written as a fraction. Next, you'll want to do the same for 3/10. Notice how I keep my work neat and I keep parentheses around my numbers. 9/10 and 3/10 are multiplied by each other, so the multiplication sign also follows down. Now, I want to separate out a whole number from my fractions and break them down even further. So let's look at 9/10. 9/10 is really 9 1/10, which means the same as 9 times 1/10. 3/10 is really the same as 3 1/10, so we can say 3 times 1/10. And we continue to carry down that multiplication sign. All of our work so far has shown 3 different ways to write the same equation, 3 equivalent ways because they all equal the same thing. Now here comes the part where we talk about our properties of multiplication, specifically the associative property of multiplication. The associative property of multiplication allows you to group or regroup the numbers in different orders and multiply them in different orders. We can regroup them to make our multiplication a lot easier. So let's separate out our whole numbers and our fractions. Highlighted in blue and circled in blue are our whole numbers, 9 and 3. Let's put them together in a new parenthesis, 9 times 3. Underlined in yellow are our 2 fractions, 1/10 and 1/10. We are going to write them together in a multiplication parenthesis, 1/10 times 1/10. We carry down that multiplication sign. We still have all the same numbers, 1/10, 1/10, 9, and 3. But they're just rearranged differently to make our multiplication easy. We know 9 times 3 is just a simple multiplication fact, so we could do that now. 9 times 3 is 27. Now when we multiply fractions, we know that we multiply the numerators first, then the denominators to find our new fraction. So our numerators, highlighted in yellow, are 1 times 1, and we know that answer will be 1. Our denominators, highlighted in red, are 10 and 10. When we multiply 10 times 10, we get 100. So that's our new denominator. Now we can carry down that multiplication sign again. For our final step, all we have to do is multiply our whole number by our new fraction. 27 times 1/100th. So we do the top fact, 27 times 1 is 27. And we know that if we're multiplying by a fraction or multiplying by 1/100th, we're going to have to shift our decimal place twice because there are 2 zeros in 100. So if we look at 27 and the decimal place point is at the end, we shift the decimal 2 times, making the number smaller. Our new answer is now 27/100ths. And that's your answer. This is how you multiply using the properties of multiplication, specifically the associative property of multiplication, to help you.